This is Scarzig, and welcome back to another episode of Duelyst. I am playing Vanar again today, and we're going to try to break into Diamond this time. I am going to link in the description to a separate video where I went over the new Vespyr deck that I am running for the ladder. I know it's a bit of a pain for you guys that came here just for the deck description and the gameplay, but I have a separate video where I just kind of went over my thoughts about how my deck had evolved and had to change and adapt itself to the meta as I climbed the ladder, and some different strategies that I was trying that eventually landed me on this Vespyr deck. So I'll be going over this deck that I'm using in detail in that other video. Again, I'll link in the description directly to where that time in the video starts. So if you want to go ahead and stop and look at that, feel free to, but we're going to get right into the ladder. So let's see what we can come up with today. Come on, ladder. Normally it doesn't even take 10 seconds to find a match. Excellent. So don't need these. I want to try at least get a 3-drop. Okay, not too bad. I can replace the Ancient Grove, and I can at least open with Primus Fist. Hopefully get another 2-drop, and then open with something else into Primus Fist would be the dream opening for this hand. Pyromancer. Okay, perfect. Crystal Cloaker into Primus Fist. And now, instead of placing the Primus Fist up here to pressure this top mana, I want to place it down here so the Pyromancer can't get into position lower, like wouldn't be able to come straight across. He's going to be able to get this mana, and he's going to be able to attack me anyway, but this way the Pyromancer remains in melee range of the Primus Fist. I want to take this out as quickly as possible. Because unfortunately I didn't draw into a Chromatic Cold or anything like that. Oh wow, Portal Guardian, you don't see a lot of those nowadays. They since they nerfed it down to 6 HP, it's actually pretty easy to take it out before it becomes a threat. Alright. So I do have the Snowpiercer. I can just hit this guy. And I am going to bring the Primus Fist around to take out this Pyromancer. That is... We'll swap him out, see if we get anything better to work with. Okay, Glacial Elemental, perfect. We can hold on to him for later. We'll equip the Snowpiercer. Again, bring him around. Hit you. Hit you. And we'll play the Snow Chaser up here. It's infiltrated, so it'll come back to my hand to combo with Glacial Elemental next turn. This guy's an 0-1. If he summons something, it'll get buffed up to 1-1. It does have Frenzy, so if he summons something or hits it with Scion's First Wish, it'll do a little bit of AoE, but I'm not too worried about that. Because again, the Snow Chaser's going to come back, and placing it here made it so that he would go straight up to the mana and wouldn't be able to backstep. Alright, so there's the Pyromancer again. Ooh, very nice. Siphon Energy so the Snow Chaser doesn't come back. That's actually very good for me, because wasting the Siphon Energy on the Snow Chaser isn't really that big a deal for me. So, I think... Now, here's the question. Do I want to keep this Glacial Elemental? No, we'll swap him out for now. Ancient Grove. You silly boy. Okay, so I think what I want to do is Hailstone this guy so I can move up and hit the enemy general, and I'll summon the Healing Mystic on a diagonal from me so he doesn't get too much value with the Pyromancer, because he's going to want to hit my general with it to take off that last charge. Alright, cool. Now with Vitruvian, since I do see he's running Portal Guardians and stuff, I don't have to worry too much about, you know, the zoo breaking out to kill me, I don't think, because generally Portal Guardian you want to combo with Rosh's Curse and Star's Fury and the like. So this seems to be like just a classic Vitruvian deck, which you don't really see a lot of anymore because that particular deck style was recently nerfed. Repulsor Beast, wow. Okay, that's fine. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get at this Pyromancer. Say goodbye to you for now. And Twilight Sorcerer. I do have a Hailstone. So I could get that Hailstone back to take out that Pyromancer if I wanted to. Which might be the best bet. At least delay it for a turn. And then I'll have a good body on the board to play. So let's move down to fight you. Summon the Twilight Sorcerer. So that way it blocks him. Still trying to keep him on his side as best as I can. Healing Mystic will come towards the fight. And then we'll just Hailstone this guy. We don't want to send the Healing Mystic back, of course, because we don't want him to heal anymore. Delaying that blast from the Pyromancy really helps us. Okay, cool. So Entropic Decay to take this out, which is fine because Twilight Sorcerer gives you that spell back as soon as he comes out. So I got to reuse my spell, and I forced him to waste a really big removal on it. Yeah, so he decided to resummon Jaxi instead of that Pyromancer. And see, so Emerald Rejuvenator is really good for me this turn. And Ephemeral War Master as well could work. But I think I'm actually just going to summon the Healing Mystic instead. Perfect. And I do have a Glacial Elemental for next time I get a Bone Chill Barrier and things like that. So how do I want to play this? I suppose I could just hit this Healing Mystic. Summon the Emerald Rejuvenator and the Ephemeral War Master. Alright. And we'll bring the Healing Mystic up. Alright, so he can choose to use Entropic Decay on the Emerald Rejuvenator, which would sort of set him behind a little bit as well, because again, it already did its healing, so you know, anything that the Emerald Rejuvenator does after it heals you is just icing on the cake. Star's Fury? Yeah, okay. That leaves him with 2 mana. Trades the Emerald Rejuvenator. The Mini Jack spawning in the corner would let him bring out that Pyromancer in a pretty safe spot. Okay, there we go. And so are you just going to wail on me? Do you care about the Ephemeral War Master at all? Nope, he just wanted to hit me in the face. That's the good thing about Ephemeral War Master, he's very sticky. Alright, so 13, 3, let me make sure I don't have lethal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm short 2. So what I can do is Glacial Elemental into Bone Chill Barrier and then Healing Mystic to heal myself. And the Bone Chill Barrier would kill off this Pyromancer, keep him trapped up. I'd be able to finish him off next turn, heal myself for 2. I think that's the best bet to take it slow, because if I were to draw 8, 9, 10... Because if I were to mulligan the Healing Mystic and get like a Snowpiercer or something, I think I could just finish him off with Razorback and a Snowpiercer. But that could really backfire on me since I only have 7 left. So let's go ahead and just do this. And this is, again, not as daring but this gives me the full surround. Alright, so let's see what my opponent can do here. This is really fortunate for me. Now it's getting later into the game. If he was on 9 mana, he'd be able to time Maelstrom and probably pull some shenanigans to get out. But he does have 6 cards in his hand. Bone Swarm, okay. So that hits me, kills this and this, so he can make some space now if he wants. And he could attack into Saberspine Third Wish, actually. The Laser Tiger would kill me. Okay, so he's just gonna Emerald Rejuvenator to heal himself. Draws a card. Okay, that's fine by me. Okay, so let me see. How can I get around this? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see, if I hit this guy for +3, he could kill this. Bring up the... He would get the +3/+3. I'm trying to figure out how I'd best be able to do this. If I summon the Crystal Cloaker, the Glacial Elemental will hit this to drop it down to a 5/3. So then the Ghost Wolf can come up and trade. Then these two guys come up, get buffed. That's 4, 5, 6. That's 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, bada boom. Awesome. Oh God, please have enough time. Math. Woo! Yes! Okay. Victory. And I'm starting to get that audio glitch. So let me pick up this recording at right after this, after I restart this. So just 1 second. Whew. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I know it started to break up there at the end of that first game, but we're hopping right back in. That Vespyr deck really came through for me. Goodness. But again, if that Emerald Rejuvenator wasn't an Emerald Rejuvenator and was Saberspine Tiger into Scion's Third Wish, that would be 6 damage, and then into general attack. Yeah, I think he could have killed me there. But I got lucky. Came down to the wire. Because you can always... There's always something your opponent could do, I think, to finish you off. Now, in this matchup, Hailstone Prison isn't too good. I might want to hold on to this Chromatic Cold in case he opens up with Jaxi. And having the Snow Chaser turn 1 isn't that great. But I don't think I want to risk trying to mulligan it for a 2-drop, something better. You know what, let's, if I just go for all 3, since I'm going, first turn, yeah, see, the odds of me getting that Chromatic Cold for my next turn is greater anyway, so getting rid of all 3 for a better 2-drop was the better play, because, again, I'd be able to most likely get a Chromatic Cold or some way to deal with whatever he throws out. Chromatic Cold is basically deal with Jaxi for free for 2 mana. Sarlacc. Chromatic Cold also deals with Sarlacc. This is really good for me. Let me see. I can move up, summon the Ephemeral War Master, move the Crystal Cloaker down, and that would give me all the mana and enough to take out Sarlacc with that spell. So that is what we are going to do. Bada boom. Get that out of here. And that gives me a huge tempo swing. Him wasting his opening turn, the 3 mana like that, to summon just Sarlacc, and not having anything else to follow up. I think with 1 mana he would have at least been able to equip Horn of the Forsaken, but he didn't even have that, so it's almost like he moved forward and didn't do anything. And into this board, that's enormous. Okay, good. So we're pressuring him back. I might be able to lock him down into this corner. Alright, so... Now, I could do Glacial Elemental into Snow Chaser to ping this for a hit. But I think what I'm going to do instead is move forward, hit with the Crystal Cloaker, and then Healing Mystic that Crystal Cloaker. And since I'm closing the distance, I think I do want the Snowpiercer. Yeah, so let's go that route. Let's start closing the gap here. And do I want to summon this Snow Chaser? No, I'll hold it. Well... Because the Snow Chaser could give him a Wraithling. But I think he'll get a Wraithling either way. So, I think having the Snow Chaser there to just keep him pressured will be fine. Because if he kills it, it'll just come back to my hand for Glacial Elemental proc. And this Blood Moon Priestess is dead, regardless. So, we'll see what he does. Because if he steps up to try to fight his way through here, I think his best bet would be actually to move Bloodwind Priestess here, kill this, and then have Lilith try to start running out. Now, what that does is it allows me to back up, box him in with the Snowpiercer, still in range of the Crystal Cloaker with Infiltrate, and then Ephemeral War Master just walks down and beats him up. So I think that summoning the Snow Chaser there was actually pretty good. Shadow Dancer, okay, not too bad. Alright, so... Alright, so... let's see. Don't need Razorback right now. I need to lock the Fenrir down to kill this. Now, I need the Glacial Elemental to kill this Wraithling, so I can hit this guy. This is, like, really rough, actually. Because he's just gonna slowly increase that gap. Yeah, I was hoping I'd be able to take that out, but not lucky. Wasn't able to get in there. See, there's that Bone Chill Barrier. Now that I have a board state like this, the Bone Chill Barrier will be able to let me really close out this game on my opponent. So we'll see how he does. Night Sorrow onto the Glacial Elemental. Yikes. Alright, I'm fine with that. Let's see here. Don't need the Razorback. No more Rejuvenator. Okay, so... Darn. And I just need to buy time right now for a Hailstone Prison or a Chromatic Cold to deal with that. Yep, so Hailstone Prison. I just don't want this thing to touch me. It can get as big as it wants, honestly. But I was just able to backstep and use the Bone Shield Barrier defensively. But that was a pretty good Shadow Dancer. He played it in a nice position since I had forced him back, and he was able to abuse all those Wraithlings and stuff dying as I was sieging him. Ooh, Demonic Lure. No, wait. Moves that out of the way. Kills this. Pretty cool. Ritual Banishing kills Jaxi to take out the Emerald Rejuvenator. He gets more stacks. Ooh, this is gonna sting, boys. Yikes. Okay, so... do not want. Don't need Snowpiercer at such low health, because I gotta back off. We want to go... Emerald Rejuvenator down here to pressure this. And... we'll play the Snow Chaser back here, and we're just going to step out. Ooh, very nice. Alright, not worried about that at all. Just Chromatic Cold this bad boy. Some of the Primus Fist. And we're just gonna keep walking away. I need a solid turn where I can play Ancient Grove. So he's stepping away, so I don't think he can actually deal with this right now. So Ancient Grove will be a really, really key next turn for me if I can drop him. That is, if he doesn't kill me. Well, let me see. He could summon Night Sorrow into... yeah, Night Sorrow would kill me. Shadow Dancer. 1 damage. 1, 2... okay. Alright, so I have to mulligan into something that can kill out the Shadow Dancer. Or 3, 4. Okay, so I don't need you. Emerald Rejuvenator. That'll let me hang on. That delays my Ancient Grove. And then he gets stronger. That's another turn without... let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I might live, so... Alright, so let's see how this works out for us. That deals 1. Blood Moon, okay. It's not Night Sorrow. Deals 1. Deals 2. Okay. Oh, the Deep Fire Devourer. Dang. Whew, that was pretty good. I wasn't able to properly deal with the Shadow Dancers there. Very good turns by him. I haven't seen Shadow Watcher pressure that well in a long time. But I didn't really draw into my spells like I wanted. If I'd gotten more Chromatic Colds or Hailstone Prisons when I really needed them, it would have been a lot better for me. But let's finish this off with some Songhai. Don't need any of these. Swap out the Twilight Sorcerer. I can play into Crystal Cloaker. Alright. Let's do it. Now, against Songhai, you do want to shift gears. This is typically a mid-range style deck when you're running the Vespyr subtype. But against Songhai, you can sort of shift gears and play it a bit more, generally more aggressive. Hate Tuskboar. It doesn't even trade into the Tuskboar. So annoying. So I can move down or up into Glacial Elemental. And that won't give me enough mana for Bone Chill Barrier. I'm so upset. Because if I was at 4, I can move up, summon to get 5, and then take out both of these guys with my combo. But I'm going to have to take that Tuskboar damage, unfortunately. Because I don't want that returning, because you can just use it to kill the Glacial Elemental for free. And I'd rather have him waste a Phoenix Fire than have a free thing returning to his hand over and over again to wreck face. So we will just take things nice and slow, I guess, for now. So he does have the Heartseeker available. At 4 mana, he can buff that, of course, with pretty much anything. If he hits this with a, I don't know, Saberspine Seal, hit it for 3. So, if he has double Saberspine Seal, he can take out this from a War Master, albeit that's really suboptimal. Take some free damage. I might be able to catch up off of that. But he's thinking about what he wants to do. Okay, so we're just going to get that damage in. Alright, so the good news is that he didn't take this mana from us. So, with the Glacial Elemental Bone Chill Barrier combo, that'll hit this guy twice, this guy once, and that gets us out of this pickle. The War Master comes up. We've got him surrounded and sealed onto his side. Crystal Cloakers to follow up Vespyr to keep proccing the Glacial Elemental. And I do have Frostfire, which I can cast on a Bone Shield Barrier if I need to. So if he stays near one of these walls, I can buff it and get some burst. Not very good use for it, but that is an option. And I have Chromatic Cold to deal with whatever he summons this turn. Okay, that's fine. We get him to use one of his big damaging buffs to take out one of our guys instead of using it on our face. And that's his whole turn. So he's saving for a big something next turn. So I think that I want to... Now, if I step up, I can summon the Crystal Cloaker. And Songhai doesn't have a way to deal with big units, so I'm just going to dump the Frostfire onto that Cloaker and just have a big guy threatening him. Yeah, and right now, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I do have lethal with the Chromatic Cold. And at 5 cards in his hand, 6 mana, that's not quite enough to burst me from 15. And since I did see that he used the Saberspine Seal, I'm not too worried about any damage, because Tuskboar's down, Saberspine Seal's down. He could back up, use a Lantern Fox, and just, well, no, if he backs up, then he dies anyway to what I have on the board. He'll need to back up and play like an Emerald Rejuvenator or something. That's not how that card works. What are you doing? Oh, he's just... Ooh, that is how that card works. Juxtaposition, you sly dog. Alright, so he attacked me. So, I'm up to 6. I can hit him for 5, 6, 7, 8. That's game. But that was a really good play. That was, he was letting out his inner Vanar, whipping out that makeshift Earth Sister. I can finish him off with a damaging spell, so I think that is very fitting to go up against Songhai faction with. Get to burn him out with my baby spiral technique. Alright, so we are just finally officially on the cusp of Diamond rank. So I think that's a good way to leave it. Nice little cliffhanger for you. So thanks for tuning in this time, and I will see you next time for more Duelyst. You have a good one.